The presenting sponsor of RealL VC is iGUIDE. Fast and accurate 3D tours. Find out more information at upmarket.media/iGUIDE. Coming to you from the Upmarket studio in beautiful San Buenaventura, California, this is RealL VC, a podcast all about the issues in Ventura County real estate. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Upmarket Media. Katie Connolly, former Realtor of the Year for Ventura County.
That did happen.
Ventura County. Yeah.
Yes, that did happen.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
Now just regular old Realtor. You're not Realtor of the Year.
I prefer a regular young Realtor, but okay.
Yeah, regular young Realtor at Coldwell Banker. And then Molly Peart, of course, here off camera producing. Hello, Molly.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hello. And then, this is good. We're going to talk about an area of Ventura County we haven't talked about much, Conejo Valley, because we have Reina Paredes here of Equity Union Real Estate in Westlake, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's going on in Conejo Valley? So down here, we've been more focused because we both live on West Ventura County. Up the grade, man, that's just a mystery to us.
It is, just like you guys are to us.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a real opportunity for the two sides to come together here. My vision of Conejo Valley is just all rich people.
I think there's a big mix. We have sort of everybody, but you have to remember it also includes Simi Valley, Moore Park.
Right.
We have Agora, Westlake, Oak Park, Thousand Oaks, Newbury Park. So there's just different pockets of all kinds of, all the budgets are there.
Yeah, but I do think of it as like super high end. I don't know. Am I wrong?
I don't think that it's different than here because Port Hueneme, you guys have high-end homes on the beach, or Ventura. Up there, it's just you have Dos Vientos and you have certain parts of Thousand Oaks, and then Westlake, which is very high money.
Yeah.
But then we have every other class
little
point,
neighborhoods. There's still
point,
mobile home parks, all that kind of stuff. There's still condos.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
no, we were looking at some of the prices. I mean, it seems like you can get still condos for like $500,000, which is
same as here.
Well, there was one listing for $499, so that
I mean, if you're gonna go under 500,000, it's bet you're gonna find it either Simi Valley or out here in Oxnard. So one of those two. It spans the spectrum here of all the price points, and just depends on what you want.
Sure. But it does sound like then there is like pathways for, I mean, we've talked, lately we've been talking a lot about affordability on the show.
Uh-huh.
And, there's a lot of communities in our county that are unaffordable for the vast majority of people. But it does sound like still up in Conejo, there are some pockets of where it's relatively affordable, right? I mean, it's hard to believe you're saying, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 is affordable, but
But I don't think there's as big of a discrepancy as there was in the past. Like you're looking at a 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bath regular house, and it's going to be around, 9, maybe right over $1 million. And we have that here in Ventura too, and we have that in Oxnard.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think the master plan communities is maybe what gives that, rich people vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dos Vientos. It's very master plan, and it's huge. Then you have Westlake, and those are all behind the gates on the golf courses. So that's what gives the vibe. But then there's really everything in between. And affordability is tough. It's hard to even find a $800,000 house in Thousand Oaks. So without it being on a major street, those kinds of things, location.
And in Ventura too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I live in Ojai. Yeah. I know. It's.
And then I think the Conejo Valley gets that stigma because, like kind of what we talked about at the beach, there's a lot of celebrities that live there. I mean, what's the community that Gretzky and Brittany live in?
Westlake, they do. They live over by the Four Seasons Hotel.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And there's a Four Seasons. There's a Four Seasons Hotel.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have
Say
Oaks
no more.
Christian and Westlake High School. Definitely high end up there. I was not to be on trend with this topic, but I just started golf lessons.
Okay.
And so I was taking lessons at Wood Ranch Country Club. It's up in Simi, and it's private. So the instructor's like, there's some all-star Rams receiver, whatever. There he is right there, and there's this guy. And so there are a lot of celebrities up in there, and I could see that. But there's also,
there's regular working class folk too. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I think, and tell me if I'm correct or incorrect, the desire to be in like Westlake, Thousand Oaks, the Conejo Valley, if you are in the entertainment business or in sports in Los Angeles, is desirable because it still doesn't feel like Los Angeles, because it's not. But you're still close enough to be able to commute to wherever you need to be. It's very family oriented, nice parks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I feel like whenever I drive up there, like I get up the grade and I hit Thousand Oaks, I'm like, okay, well now I'm in LA. And I know it's not LA, but this feels like the LA suburbs to me is where it starts. That's my own,
Right. I think that it was interesting after the fires. A lot of the fire victims went south, right? Because they didn't know what was on the other side of the mountain from them, because that's not LA to them. But now, even so, I don't think that they're coming this way, but I think that it is let's get away from LA. This is just far enough. It's family friendly. So it's changing, but
it's also established. It's changing, but it's like pretty kind of set in its ways. I feel like people that live in Westlake, they raise their kids in Westlake, they stay in Westlake.
But you guys do here in West County too. I mean, I feel like it's the same thing, and it is interesting though. But yeah, people don't leave. It's a great place to be.
But are you finding a lot of people who are buying there are are still commuting to LA? And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of remote work.
At least half the people I know. I mean, whether they're going to the government center, or they drive down one of the canyons to Malibu, or they work in the valley, or you name it. But yeah, I think at least half the people that I know work that way.
It's fairly easy to get to Burbank Airport too. Your favorite place?
It is.
Yeah, my favorite place.
What do you think not the drive to live in the Conejo Valley is, but like what's desirable out there? Like I mentioned parks, but is there good shopping? Is there good food? Is there good events? Like what do people like to do? What do you like to do?
I think the highlight of Conejo is really the hiking, the mountain, hills, views, open space is our big thing.
There is a lot of.
Well, is there a lot of like conservation areas up there?
There is
land conservancies and
stuff.
Yes,
there are big areas of it. Santa Monica, the mountain range, or the Santa Monica. What is it? Wildlife conservation. Large areas, and you can hike from Newbury Park to the beach to Malibu. It's a 5-mile hike, and it's fantastic. A lot of people do it on bikes. The beginning part is seriously, they call it the black something, I'm not going to say, but it's straight downhill, switchbacks, and then after that, it's pretty flat. But it takes 5 hours hiking.
Yeah.
And you come out by the campground, Sycamore Campground.
5 miles is doable.
And then you have somebody pick you up and then go eat at Neptune's Net. And it's a great day.
It's a day.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do a lot of outdoorsy stuff. There's also a couple horse rental, or you can board your horse there right at that. I forget what it's called, the Santa Monica Mountain, whatever.
On the back of Newbury Park back
yes,
there?
Exactly. On the back of Dos Vientos.
And then even Moore Park, I went out to the Underwood Farm a couple weekends ago to do that spring Easter celebration. And I went the back way through Moore Park, and there's beautiful homes and lots of green space. And I do forget that Moore Park and Simi are part of the Conejo Valley. That's even a different hill to go up and over.
There's all these little pockets. And
I think that they talk about how Simi Valley and Moore Park, there's a lot of movie filming going on there. So that's one of the highlights of that area, and how I think Thousand Oaks is jealous. So they just passed an ordinance that it's now easier to get a permit, because before there was a lot of, things you had to jump through.
And I would imagine there's a lot of entertainment people in Conejo.
I don't know them, but yes. I think there's people in that industry.
Sure. Yeah.
But the other thing that we're known for, Westlake has great food. They have a lot of happening things. They have the lake, so you can eat at the lake, and it's beautiful. Outdoor venues, Stone House.
Yeah.
But in Westlake, now, correct me if I'm wrong, the county line goes right through it, right? So
Yes.
it's half Ventura County, half Los Angeles
Right.
County. So is there is there a little conflict there? Is there a little? I mean, what's the vibe? Do you want to live in LA County or do you want to live in Ventura County?
I don't think people notice the difference. It's not, are you on one side or another?
Right.
There's not
Yeah.
one side of the tracks or the other.
Yeah.
But you pay LA County tax on one side, you pay Ventura County tax on the other side. There's a road called La Venta Road. It goes north of the lake, and that's basically the line, LA, Ventura, La Venta.
Oh, right.
And so, but, it also depends. It is weird that a city is on the divide, straddles both.
Right.
I actually read in the paper the other day how the Westlake Village city council member was going to run for Jackie Irwin's spot. And so she filed at LA or the Ventura courthouse, and they told her it was fine. You can do LA or Ventura courthouse for your filing. So she did. And then she became disqualified because she didn't file in her home county of LA because she lived on that side of Westlake.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's just that, but it's not a thing really.
Right. But there's not one that's seen as more desirous because of the school district or tax rates or anything like that.
No, because it's all the same school district.
It is. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
it
a city
is.
school district.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too because right next to Westlake is Agora, but that's LA County, but north of Agora is Oak Park, and that's Ventura County.
Right.
So, that's a sales pitch for Oak Park because you pay Ventura County.
Oak Park is great. Yeah,
It is.
Oak Park
It's
is
far
really
from the
nice.
freeway, but it's very family friendly, and the schools there are fantastic.
Yeah. So when we talk about home hardening, the home hardening changes that have happened since the fire, you can't have trees touching your roof.
Mm-hmm.
Your house has to be a defensible space, which makes sense. But I know from firsthand experience that you can't touch trees in the city of Thousand Oaks. They're super protective about that.
Oh,
No?
okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if it's an established oak tree,
Yeah.
that's one of the older
Right. It's one of the 1,000.
registered. It's one of the 1,000. That's an issue, but those are usually not right next to a house. I often see people ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
Okay.
But most of the time, I haven't seen that as an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did some stuff up there, and this one seller was like, no, we don't touch the trees here.
Oh.
I mean, that could have been the personality of this person, that they were very much a literal tree hugger. But fun story, we had a listing years ago in 1,000 Oaks, and it had a tree that had a tag on it. It was number 2.
Oh.
Tree number 2.
Of the 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
There's literally 1,000. I was joking.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're.
Their number. Okay, Katie says yes.
I don't know.
so
I've
let's go with
only
Katie.
seen tree number 2. I've never seen.
You've never seen number 3?
No,
Yeah.
or number 1 for that matter, or number 860.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, but speaking of Thousand Oaks, you were just saying before we started shooting that there's like a new master plan happening or something.
Yeah, so I was listening to one of the people at City Hall. They gave a presentation, and he spoke about revamping the downtown area, and they've been talking about this for years and years and years because we want to be like you guys.
Okay.
We want a beautiful downtown area
Right.
like Ventura, or even Camarillo, really cute ideas. Like Camarillo is just a side street, and they made it into like a downtown area. The city of Thousand Oaks decided that they wanted to remodel the Share Civic Arts Plaza and make that the focal point, and then create the downtown area each direction. And so they brought out this wonderfully 3D rendering with videos, and they were going to put a hotel, like 2 or 3 mixed use apartment condo with retail space on the ground level, and create like a park that the community can use with an indoor plaza that local vendors can rent out for the month, the space to sell their wares.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know where they're going to get the people that come in to support these, stay in these places, but maybe. But then I have recently heard that maybe one of the backers is pulling out. So
Interesting.
who knows?
Yeah, a lot of down Thousand Oaks Boulevard. I definitely see a lot of construction and going up
Yeah,
upwards.
it's
So it kind of is
definitely
different than the vibe in Tejo, which is pretty flat.
Right.
definitely.
Well, and that is kind of a thing when I'm thinking of these more suburban places, which, and I guess, and again, that's my vision of Conejo Valley, is how in those sorts of spaces and in those with the master plans or with the lack of a master plan ever for those cities, is like how does how are the community gathering spots? I mean, can you it's like in a lot of cities, it's like all the events are downtown, or it just feels like there's a hub. But when there isn't, I mean, and especially when a lot of people are commuters, I mean, that's got to be a challenge to kind of find community, maybe.
It is. I definitely think that's the case. And so
We'll see how the master plan pans out. Yeah.
Reina, we had you on because you have the answers. So.
Okay, so the answer is yes. For today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as far as, gathering places, the mall, the Oaks Mall is usually, but we all know retail is going in the toilet. So there's all talk of what it's going to be remade as, or what new stores they're going to bring in, and there's talk that they're bringing in all these wonderful stores, it's really going to bring back retail. And then there's talk that the Gen Z, that they are shopping in the mall, so they're bringing back retail.
They are, yeah.
So I don't know where this is all going, but it's really sad in the Oaks Mall, just like I'm sure you've seen down here.
Yeah, the Ventura Mall is a bit on the sad side.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there are some malls around that are doing well still.
Like Topanga is amazing.
Yeah.
But you're pulling from so much more density.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, there's probably just going to be few. The ones that thrive will thrive, but there's just going to be fewer of them. And so it's the ones that, there's just not enough to support the same number of malls, but I think there are ones that are, and they've done a great job of modernizing, and it looks, to have it be more experiential, and like then that'll,
But that's what we used to do when we were teenagers, is you go to the mall, you get a coffee, you walk around. Yeah. And it's good to get your steps in, even if you're not buying anything, to socialize with your friends.
Window shop.
Yeah. Window shop. I did that with my mom as, a young kid. I remember that. And now my teenager, I dropped her off at the mall, the Thousand Oaks Mall, not too long ago with her friends, and they just kind of cruised around.
Oh, I don't know. I grew up in a small town and we didn't have a mall.
Did you have a Walmart?
Yeah, it's opened like when I was a senior in high school. Yeah.
Big news.
Yeah, it was very big news. It's been just so marvelous for the town. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, having those, I think, in every community, having those density kind of options, where we have options to have properties that have a lot of land for people that want horses or gardens or whatever. And then kind of more in the interior of the city, we have like stuff that's a little more dense, where people can walk downstairs to whatever's on the retail level, or if it's a nail shop, or if it's a place to have adult beverages. Yeah.
Well, and I think, I mean, so much of community centers around kids. So I think that's like and I found it even in Ojai, which, we have the community, but it's like you kind of make your friends, and you see people through kid events, and like it's either hanging out at the playground, or it's whoever's in their class at school, or the sports teams or arts things. So I mean, I think even in like really suburban communities, you can center things around the kids. So I imagine there's quite a bit of that,
I noticed that there's more people out and about and shopping in Westlake. So to me, the tree lighting and the different kinds of events really are more populated in Westlake Village. I don't know if it's because Thousand Oaks is more spread out. But yes, the Westlake Promenade over there by, Movie Co. and they have some great eateries. Those really help, I think, bring the people and make the parking lots full. And the World Market down there.
Yeah, and it is beautiful. Like, I mean, at Christmas time, it's super beautiful.
Right.
But it's just a beautiful, like, Spanish style kind of fountains.
All right. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Walk around, grab a coffee, people watch.
Right.
Yeah.
They have the Red O just opened down there. So
is that a restaurant?
Yeah, the red onion. Remember
Oh.
from back in the day?
No, I don't.
What's the red onion?
Well, it was like Outback, where it was where everyone went and they had dancing and all the things. Well, now they've rebranded as the Red O, but they went away and then they are repopulating different spaces. Well, they just came to Westlake, so it's kind of a big deal. Everyone's talking about it.
Oh, I've never
Was
heard
it
of that.
with
Now
the
we're gonna
red
look it up.
onion that was in Westlake before?
No, I'm from LA, Orange County,
Uh-huh.
and that's where you went, at night when you went out.
Like
The red
dancing? Like
onion.
it's like
Yeah.
a club?
Well, it was then. Now it's rebranded, right? But
Okay.
it's Mexican food, higher end Mexican
Uh-huh.
experience. But, it's just a restaurant that opened in Westlake. And so they just keep bringing in really great food, good scene, those types of things.
Right. Well, let's party at the Red O later.
Yeah.
That is cool. And I mean, you talked about events being centered around kids, but people are waiting later in life to have kids or not having
You can afford
kids.
kids. Come on. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Right.
So, but we,
You got to pay $800,000 for a house. You don't have any money for a kid.
you're like, bank account's empty. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Yeah.
prioritizing work and your career. And so,
Yeah, but I mean, we all talk about why we live here. One of the main reasons is the weather. Like Ventura County,
Absolutely.
Southern California weather is just amazing. So to have things to do like that year round, new experiences is important, and it keeps people around.
3D tours are all the rage in real estate marketing, which is why we are partnered with iGUIDE, and we are so happy that they are sponsoring our show. These are wonderful 3D tours that are extremely accurate, and we can also output site plans. We can get a plan of the entire property from fence line to street. This is a fantastic new product that we are offering. So if you want to learn more about iGUIDE, you can go to upmarket.media/iGUIDE. That's upmarket.media/iGUIDE.
So a few episodes back, we talked about Costco, which I'm sure you saw driving here. They're building a new Costco in Camarillo.
As I see that.
Very exciting.
Crazy.
And I'm wondering if people from Newbury Park and Thousand Oaks, if they're going to come to our Costco in Camarillo, or if they're going to go to Westlake, because
Our
it's
Costco.
kind of, it's
Wow.
a little bit of a
This is the burning
drive.
questions of the age. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, here's the
things we talk about.
The rub. We were supposed to get that Costco on Wendy Drive, but the NIMBYs, they didn't want such a crowded type of business, and it would impact the overpass. So we would have had to add on a lane. And so they fought it, and that's why we have Lowe's. Nobody goes to Lowe's. That was supposed to be Costco.
Realtors go to Lowe's.
I mean,
We buy smoke detectors.
I buy it on Amazon. But okay, yes. So
All right.
yes, but so in terms of I don't the fact that the Westlake Costco doesn't have a gas station.
Oh.
That's a big thing because my dad lives in the desert and they go to Costco for their gas so much cheaper.
Mhm.
And so I think that people would come down just for groceries. I mean, it's literally just as far from like Newbury Park to Camarillo as from Newbury Park to Westlake,
Yeah.
That's
Why are
true.
you going to go to the nice new Costco instead of the Lowe's? I mean, I get it. I mean,
Nice new Costco with gas station.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's
samples.
it's like
we know
heaven.
Costco's going to have samples.
Yeah.
Lowe's doesn't
I
have
used to do
samples.
that, by the way.
I
That
love
was
that
my first
story.
job.
Oh,
I did
Fun.
samples at Costco. It was not fun at all.
this is the only way I
This-
could get my kids.
People are disgusting,
Go.
by the way. You give them free food, they are disgusting. Disgusting.
They lick it and put it back.
Or they just invade your space. They're just asking for they're just mooches. I don't know, man. It's just like
They're like, "Is this
my
gluten-free?"
view of humanity diminished after I gave samples out at Costco. I gotta say,
Maybe it's important for the trajectory of your
it
life.
probably is. I probably was. Yeah, I was like, I can't be a food sample person.
Did you know I bought my first house in Thousand Oaks? That was my very first house.
I probably knew that at one time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Kate-
And we had a whole
We're gonna call this the Katie Trivia Show.
Yeah,
This
Katie
episode. Yeah,
you
this
win a
is
prize.
good. Yeah.
But we had all of Ventura County in our search, and
Yep.
so we looked at condos in Moore Park. Port Wainimi was still a little too far because the person I was living with was commuting to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And
Right.
yeah, my first house
See,
was
there
in
you go.
Teal.
Well, see, exactly. You ticked all the boxes right there.
In 2010.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out?
The house is still there. Somebody enjoys it, I'm sure,
Yes.
very much so now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you said this is the Katie trivia show, but we can't forget about our guest, Reina, who I'm sure Reed knows not too much about, nor do our viewers. But Reina, in addition to selling real estate, you also are the incoming president for the Women's Council of Realtors, correct?
Correct. So I'm the president-elect. So I'll be president in 2027. And I've been on the board a few years. It's a really fantastic organization. The coolest part about it is going to the state conference and really meeting other agents from across the state and the referrals and the relationships that you're generating that way. I'm super excited. I get to go to Chicago this year. So, and then Claudia, the president, she gets to go to the DC and they walk the Capitol and they do all kinds of things. So the opportunity to meet now agents across the state, but also just, it's sort of the girl power.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for each other. So that if we're in this organization and I am putting my time to do this type of, organization, that I run a great business. So I feel like everybody else I meet is also in the same position. So that if you pass a client, they're going to be well represented and taken care of. But it's a really amazing group.
So the Women's Council, so is this what's the geographic area of this council that you're?
So we're all of Ventura County.
All of Ventura County, all right.
So many of our agents come from Ventura, Oxnard, Camarillo, Thousand Oaks, Westlake,
Sure.
Simi. So just the whole area.
And you can fact check this, Molly, but I heard recently that female homeownership has surpassed single male homeownership as of this year.
I think
That
it's
wouldn't surprise me.
56% or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the women who are prioritizing their careers, and they decide, I'm not going to wait around for a guy. I'm just going to buy a house on my own. And I have a client who just did that, first-time home buyer. She's a dental hygienist and wanted to do it herself. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
According to Urban Institute, yes, single female home ownership has surpassed single male home ownership in the U.S. As of 2024 and 2025, roughly 20 to 21 million, compared to single men about 14 to 15 million.
That's a big difference.
So-
Yeah.
I mean, seeing it through just like careers too, I think is a huge thing. I mean, women are in, positions of power, I feel like, more today. So
Well, and they're sick of waiting around for their loser boyfriends.
that's also
Let's be honest.
Yeah. That's
Mhm.
true. And then,
Exactly.
there was a time not too long ago where women couldn't even buy houses. So we've come a long way.
Or get-
Yes, yeah.
Or get their own credit card in their name.
Yeah.
With their own bank account, yeah.
Yeah. I'm for all those things, just for the record. Yes.
We'll find you a single woman that owns her own house.
Oh, that is a good idea, actually.
that should be on
Because
your
I
list.
don't own I'm a single man who doesn't own a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
There's
That's,
22 million of them out there for you to choose from.
I can find one.
A lot of
maybe.
fish in that sea. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Reina, for coming in and talking today. So
Making the drive.
I feel a little more. I kind of know Conejo now. Maybe I'll stop next time I drive through.
Stop in Westlake
Yeah.
and have some great food.
Oh, I'm
and
going to go to the freaking Red O, man.
Red O is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great places. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and thank you, of course, to Molly and Tessa, our editor, who's here as well. And then, of course, iGUIDE, thank you for sponsoring. And thank you, everyone who is watching and listening. So give us a follow. Where are we following you on Instagram, Reina?
Reina Paredes Real Estate.
Okay, well, good.
Really
You
long.
said that very tentatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so hip and happening,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay, good. All right. I can't wait to see that hip and happening Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then we're upmarket.media if you want to see all about this show. Katie Connolly Realtor, something like that.
Katie.connolly.realtor, where you also see exciting things about this show.
Yes, exactly.
And
Yeah.
things that I do in my everyday life, including selling real estate.
That's right.
So, yes.
That's right. And I'm Reed Fish, ILYSM or LYSM, Reed Fish LYSM, my personal account. And so, yeah, thank you to everyone listening. Subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great episode.
Thank you.
RealL VC is a production of Upmarket Media. This episode was produced by Molly Peart and edited by Tessa Nelson. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.